What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Bigfoot and Beer. I am your host this morning. Oh, Bigfoot and Coffee, sorry. I'm your host this morning, Charles Mills. Guys, super happy to be here. Feeling good today. Let's get the show on the road. Welcome back, guys. Super happy to be here today. Guys, by the way, it is Sunday, the 13th of July. I am drinking, of course, Black Silk. We got, in studio, guys, we got Kim Wilson, we got Dillo, and we got Godzilla with us today, guys. Good morning. Happy to be here. What's up, Soundwave? Tack, I see you, my friend. Jody Ferguson, what is going on? What's up? Who else is in here? Scott, what's up? I see you, man. You know, Soundwave. All right, guys. So, Sunday, it's the end of the meet and greet. Everybody's getting ready to pack it up and head back to home. Man, guys, I wish, more of you guys would have showed up. But I can understand that everybody has, their life and everything going on. But I really, really, really enjoyed the time that I got to spend with these people. You know what I'm saying? Jody Ferguson, she's an awesome individual, guys. Jody, by the way, the camera's here, guys, in case you didn't know. Yep. Right here. Jody's an awesome person. Dillo's Dillo. Man, it's just, it is what it is. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you right now, guys. The one person that caught me off guard with the most was Godzilla, and I want to take a minute and talk about Godzilla, guys. Definitely not what I was expecting when you say put a name to a face. The guy is extremely intelligent, very knowledgeable in his research. Pork and beans, what's up? Look, I was extremely impressed with Godzilla and his knowledge of this species and what he does. I didn't know that he was a private researcher, guys. He doesn't have a channel, but, Godzilla is, a private researcher,
A voice to be reckoned with.
You want to talk about that?
Not really.
He says not really. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't want to talk about it, man. You know what I'm saying? But, I found that pretty amazing. He's got a pretty decked out vehicle. It's pretty nice. Sasquatch research vehicle. TJ showed up. He's still in the tent. Oh, man. Yeah. Me and him tied one on, at the fire last night. Floyd Randall, showed up. We had a pretty good turnout, guys. Now, the hunt last night, I know y'all were a little bit disappointed, especially that, we got kicked off early. But you also got to understand when I tell you why we have such great success here at Outdoor University, it's the style of hunting that we do, okay? I've told you this before. I've given you, the burglar scenario before. If you wake up and you go downstairs and there's one guy stealing your TV, you're more likely to confront than 6 guys stealing your TV, microwave, DVD player, computer. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to address the whistles that we heard. One of them was an owl, okay? That real hard, and then the fade-off whistle, that was an owl. Now, there were, 4 5, would you guys say, whistles?
Yeah.
That were really super distinct, okay? And they kept moving off, and then they kept surrounding us. You know what I'm saying? Like location whistles. And I want to talk about that for a minute. And I feel, see, we don't really see that at Old Man Whistlers because it's not really high pressured with lots of people, okay? West Branch is a very high pressured area, you know? I mean, you guys seen last night how many people were in the parking lot.
Yeah.
All the boats going in the boat ramp and everything else, you know what I'm saying? That's why wintertime, if you notice, most of the sightings, you know, over in that area of File 118 were either in late fall, when they shut the trails down and they shut the woods down, you know, or winter, you know, wintertime. And, you know, there's a reason because, you know, people get scarce. Whitney, what's up? I see you. Let us know, my friend. So I just think it's a little premature to, you know, really say, well, we didn't hear any wood knocks, or we didn't hear this, or we didn't hear that. You know, well, there's a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? And I think the way that they communicate is a little more subtle than just going, ah, and screaming, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, letting themselves be known. You know, so whistles and clicks is, you'll find that researchers that, you know, do like national no forests and places that, you know, are highly, Salt Fork is a perfect example, okay? There's a lot of whistles and clicks reported out of Salt Fork. You know, Jody Ferguson, what's up? It says, I really appreciate that, Charles. I wish I could have been there. Well, you know, I wish you could have been there too. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Whitney, what's up? I see you. So, you know, with that being said, you know, I understand, you know, everybody wants to see a Bigfoot. Everybody wants to see a Sasquatch. But look, if I can produce a Bigfoot every time I get on camera, I'm probably faking it. Okay? So, it doesn't happen like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, you're dealing with a very, very, very advanced species with their thinking. Would you agree with that, guys?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, the way that, especially with the communications that we got last night with the whistles. You know, we used an app that was identifying the birds, and the other whistles, they didn't, you know, show up. And then we tried the wood knocks. I don't know if you guys could tell, but when we went dark with the camera lights, Floyd had the bat and he was tapping on the trees. The clacks and the wood knocks, you're not gonna fake that. That's, you know, and with somebody, with us, the amount of bodies that we had out in the woods last night, it kind of probably pushes them back a little bit. They're not used to a whole group of people coming out with lights and cameras and doing that stuff. So I think they are a lot more subtle, like Charles was saying, in their approach to trying to communicate with each other. They're not going to sit there and give you the Ohio howl necessarily. You know?
I would agree with that, and I would think that, you know, when they are communicating with, you know, with each other, it's probably like, hey, dude, let's get out of the area, you know, in case you don't know, there's people in the area, you know. Now, like at Old Man Whistlers, or especially Old Man Whistlers, because it's just me up in there, okay, and they're very aggressive at Old Man Whistlers, and you guys know this, all right. So they're going to be way more vocal, way more brazen, you know, to get you out of their area. Because look, Old Man Whistler don't go back in the woods, man. He's old. He hasn't gone back in those woods. You know, he hasn't deer hunted those woods in years and years and years. You know what I'm saying? Now, in regards to the geosite, they're already used to interacting with this family for 6 generations, man. They've been, you know, interacting with this family. So, you know, you kind of gotta, you know, think that, you know, different, I don't know how I want to say this, but different scenarios is going to dictate behavior. You know what I'm saying? I say that a lot. You know, for example, if you got stained water versus clear water, you know, the fish are going to do something different. They truly are. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people in the summer in these woods, okay? Especially where File 118 was. Because that is, you know, I mean, you guys seen, you know, there were
bike paths,
trails,
yeah,
stuff like that. Now, that's only right in there, okay? A lot of that, you know, all, there's 3 different parts to West Branch. There's Wildlife Preserve, which you're not allowed to mess with, okay? There's sanctuaries for the wildlife. There's public hunting, which at this point in time, there's nothing in season. Then you got the public trails. You know, you got the Ohio Buckeye Trail that goes, and Dillo, I think that goes all the way up there by you, the Ohio Buckeye Trail. It goes, you know, around West Branch, and then I know it goes down towards Akron.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm pretty sure it goes all the way up by you. You know what I'm saying?
You got actually in Warren it comes down a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, it's, what is it, like a 77-mile, you know, hiking trail, you know, with access points all, you know, all off of it. And, you know, if you go to the BR Phones website, guys, you'll see, you know, that trail has got a lot of sightings, and most of them are in West Branch, you know, State Park. And most of them are in the fall, you know. All the summertime sightings are usually in the very rural spots. It's a road crossing between 2 pieces of wildlife preserve, or a wildlife preserve on one side and a public hunting, and it's summertime, you know, and there's nothing involved, you know. This is Tax said, don't get upset. These guys, don't upset these guys. Tax says, why? What's up? Did Dillo find his phone? Yeah. He left it on the counter in my kitchen.
Tell him what you cooked.
Huh?
Tell him what all you cooked.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, so anyways, that's, you know, pretty much, you know, the gist of the hunt yesterday. And this proves it, at least to me, that when I say too many people in the woods is not a good thing. You're not, you know, people think, well, more people, more eyes. No, it doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? All they do is run away from you. And it's, you know, that's why you got these researchers that are out there with all this equipment. They're walking around the woods at night, finding Bigfoot and Matt Moneymaker and all those other people. And they still haven't found Bigfoot. Weird. Just saying, you know? So, cookout yesterday was awesome. Oh, man, guys. Whew. Soundwave ate so much food yesterday that he couldn't even, not Soundwave. Godzilla ate so much food yesterday, guys, that his belly was hurting. He had to lay down and come. When we got back from the hunt, he actually went and laid down. Yeah. We all, you know, lit a bonfire and, you know, sat around at the fire. It was like, what, 1 in the morning, man, right?
Yeah.
1 in the morning when, you know, we finally came in, you know, from doing that. But we cooked, woke up Saturday morning, instantly fired up the smoker. We put a whole hind quarter of a white-tailed deer on, and it turned out.
That's why I overate, because it was amazing.
Yeah. I left the bone in, and we cooked it right on the bone. It fell off the bone when we took it off.
Yeah.
We also did deer burgers. We did barbecued chicken. We had, what else did we have? Smokies, baked beans, a rice dish, macaroni salad, deviled eggs. Mama Dillo, by the way, your desserts rocked. They were delicious. Thank you, Mama Dillo. Mama Dillo was here too. And guys, I think, you know, one of the highlights of this weekend was getting, you know, to spend time with Dillo's mom. Tim was here too. Tim, I see you, bro. You know, she's an amazing individual, you know, really grounded, really down to earth. Who cooked? Me. I cooked. Well, Dillo cooked his rice dish. That's why there's still a whole bunch left. You know what I'm saying? I'm only messing with you, Dillo. It was good. It was good. It was a queso cheesy rice corn dish, and it was pretty good. Do you eat that recipe a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you take at the parties?
Oh, that, and I sometimes when I make it for myself, I put meat in with it.
I bet you it would be good with chicken. You know? Or really good with pheasant. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good recipe for like wild culinary on, you know, with pheasants and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Sounds awesome. Like a great time, Scott. It really was. We had so much fun. Damn, I just had breakfast, but you're making me. Oh, dude, listen. Dillo was already in the refrigerator looking this morning for something to eat.
I got breakfast.
You know, he was like, I gotta eat, man. We got so much food left, guys. It was an amazing time. You know, Tim was here. TJ's still out there. I went out and said, hey, there's coffee and I was like, he's like, thanks, bro. You know. Soundwave says he had fireflies for a starter. Yeah, I got a little crazy. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry, PETA.
People eating tasty animals.
Hey, you know, hey, in some places it's a delicacy. I'm just glad they weren't poisonous.
Yeah.
That'd not have been good, you know. And, you know, yeah, we had a pretty good time. You know, we didn't get too crazy. Neighbor lady came over and got to tell us a story, and I was telling these guys that, you know, they are asking about my backyard. You know, there's 3,100 acres back there. And they were asking about my backyard, and I was telling them, I've never had anything, never hunt back there, and, you know. And I totally forgot about a situation that happened a while back ago where, you know, she actually told them, you know, before I even said anything, about some screams that we had back there, and I went back to investigate. I actually had my phone. I was going to record them, but they stopped when I got back there. So, yeah. And I was walking out of the woods, and she was walking back to the woods. She was, you know, because she heard it. She's like, "What the heck was that?" You know. And then it started up again as she was standing there, and me and her were looking at each other, you know. And so, you know, that was kind of her first, you know, encounter. But you also got to understand that what's in my backyard is connected. This is all connected. You know, it's all connected. There's 3,100 acres, and across the street there's 4,000, and that's West Branch. Behind my house is, you know, the wildlife preserve, you know, and then I think West Branch is 10,000 acres all together with everything the state owns. If I'm right, I could be wrong.
Happy birthday, Dave P.
Dave P's having a birthday?
Yep.
Happy birthday, Dave! What's up, man? Woo! Happy birthday, my friend, from me to you. All right. I thought you were going to make a firefly salad. No, because after I ate the first one and then I snorted the second one, you know, they kind of stayed away from me. Even the mosquitoes were like, whoa.
He's hard.
This is a little bit weird. We're not messing with this guy. We'll go bite somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I didn't get any mosquito bites. Did
No.
you guys?
I did.
You
no,
did?
I don't think
Oh
I did.
yeah. That
I
night.
did.
And no ticks. I had like 0 ticks.
Yeah, I've had 0 ticks.
So that makes me happy.
Yeah, me too.
yeah, see, I'm smart. So, anyways, but yeah, the weekend was amazing. I got to spend it with some amazing individuals, and I'm truly grateful, you know, for all of that. And now that everyone's here, let's go ahead and get that prayer going this morning, guys. Lord, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for the camaraderie that you allowed me to have, the friendships that have been built, and the love that has been spread this weekend. I thank you for the weather that held out, Lord. It was beautiful. I ask that you look after those who are stuck in addiction of any kind, that you break those chains free those souls. Lord, I pray for every one of my subscribers that you put a hedge of protection around them. Walk with them as they go through the day. Lead their feet into your doings. Lead their hands into your doings. And lead their mouths into your praise. In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
All right, guys. So what's Billy saying? I missed the camp out, etc. Yeah, you did. You know.
Yeah, Dave was asking about maybe doing it as an annual thing, and I wrote in there, yeah, you know, I think we agree, but then maybe talk about
Spring or fall.
Yeah, so you guys, we talked. Listen, man, we had to, you know, it wasn't just, you know, hey, you know, let's hang out. We had some serious ODU talks. And, you know, went over, you know, some things that we're, you know, trying to do for the future of Outdoor University. And I mean, you can ask these guys. I let them in. I showed them, you know, everything about the channel. You know, and I mean, it's an eye opener to people who don't really do YouTube or understand the concepts that it takes to run this channel. You know, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I tell you that this is a fan-based channel, I mean this is a fan-based channel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this channel,
Always a number 2.
Yep.
you know, you get paid per 1,000 views. Per 1,000 views is what you get paid, okay? And per 1,000 views, Outdoor University makes how much?
$6.
$6 if you round it up.
There you go. Just so everybody knows, you know, don't think I'm getting rich, because it ain't about the money, guys. You know what I'm saying? It's about a large North American primate. You understand? That is roaming our woods. And if you don't find that truly amazing, that I don't want to say undiscovered, because it's already been discovered by people. People already know this, okay? The Native Americans knew this before a white man got here. You know, there's hundreds of thousands of sightings all over just the United States, not including Canada, okay?
And
But
other countries.
unknown by science. And the ignorance of science just pisses me off, you know, so bad that if you don't find that the most amazing thing, then I don't know what to tell you, you know? You know, guitars would have come out for sure, LOL. Yeah, we didn't even bring the guitar out, you know? I mean, I did with, I spent some time with Chris and, you know, teaching him, you know, some chords and stuff like that. We played and we sang together, you know. Chris really had a good time, guys. Floyd Randall's son. Oh, and he was, you know, a joy to be around. You know what I'm saying? He was a little light. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we had, you know, we had a lot of fun. You know. Charles, pretty good. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. Really. Soundwave says hi, Donnie.
Portal.
Who's the portal?
Dillo said he saw one at the end of your property.
Oh, portal.
Yeah. We
There
thought,
we go.
thought
Jello, you're
Painless was gonna,
you're kicked off the show.
we
You're kicked
thought
off the
Painless
show.
was coming.
You know, he says, I hear you, Charles, but always helps. Yeah, well, money always helps. Yes, I understand that, Dave, but, you know, it's a lot more than that. You know what I'm saying? Because, look, most of these channels are out there pumping out these videos, man, and they're just pumping them and pumping them and pumping them. You know, hold on here, I messed up here. There we go. Oh, nope, go back. Pushed the wrong button, sorry. You know, they're pumping out these videos just to get the views and everything else and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and, I mean, you can ask these guys. It's not like that here at Outdoor University. You know what I'm saying? I live very minimal, and I dedicate a lot of time to Outdoor University. I truly do. Running a Sasquatch research channel and trying to be legit as possible and staying out of the, you know, the eyes of all the scrutiny and everything else it's not an easy thing. Hey, Dave P donated $5. Thank you so much, Dave P. Drop some TYs, guys, for Dave P. Dave, that is greatly appreciated from me to you. I thank you so much. Thank you very, very, very much. I gotta go back down. Something's going on with my scroller on my mouse, man. It's not working right. No, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
We were waiting for Painless to pop out.
Yeah. I don't understand why Painless didn't show up and just use his portal to get here.
Who's the Whitakers?
I don't know who the Whitakers are.
Why does
What
Donnie
are
keep
the
asking
Whitakers
that?
still there? I don't know what the Whitakers are.
I don't either.
Yeah, I mean,
Too
I don't
many-
think anybody knows who the Whitakers are.
Too many toads, Donnie.
Yeah. Dilla said you've been licking too many toads, Donnie. Slow down a little, bro.
Slow down.
You know. God help those who are stuck in addiction of any kind. You know what I'm saying?
Sucking toads or anything
Yeah,
else.
well, Charlie, when I can come next year, we are jamming. All right, Billy, that would be fun. That would be fun.
So Billy said he would have to plan a year in advance. So
Well,
we probably need
let me
to
correct
make
you
a
really
date.
quickly. She.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She.
I used to do that, dude, all the time. It used to just tear me up in the comments. Remember, guys?
Well, and also I'm Kim Wilson, not Jody Ferguson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I did say that. Hey, that's nothing. That's nothing. I called Dillo, dude. I called Dillo something weird on Bigfoot. You know, on Bigfoot and
Dildo.
this is a kid's show. Well, yeah. You know.
West Virginia family. I don't know who that is.
Oh yeah, we don't.
The Whitakers.
I don't know. But what, they got a TV show or something? I don't know.
They were supposed to be here.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I think you might be talking about Tina and Terry.
Oh, Tina and
Oh.
Terry, yeah, they're from West Virginia. I don't know. I didn't hear from her. You know, I haven't heard from her. Soundwave says, I could see Painless showing up with gold chains, yeah, and a miniature gold replica of Bigfoot cast hanging around his necklace. Oh, yeah, he does got that.
Well,
Yeah, he
TJ
did win the cast, that sucker.
TJ
Yeah, I forgot about that.
TJ had his whistle.
Yeah, the Bigfoot whistle.
Oh, yeah. Dude, TJ had this. I wish I could show it, but he's.
It's a kazoo, I think.
Yeah.
It sounds like it doesn't sound like any Bigfoot I've ever heard, but it's a pretty cool. You know, I mean, how would you describe that thing?
Like she said, maybe like a kazoo
Yeah,
sounding thing, but
Yeah.
it's with the face of a Bigfoot.
yeah.
I don't know, it sounds
You
like
blow,
a fart
you blow
bunny.
Bigfoot.
Did you just say you blow Bigfoot? Kim Wilson just said she. This is a kid's show. I'm gonna keep that. Whoa!
Well, they
Now
won't
this
let-
is how the weekend's been going. Look, man, I'm shutting it down. The meet and greet's over. You know what I'm saying? I mean, oh Lord, you know. But guys, it's truly been fun and it's been eye opening for me. You know, like I said, to put names to faces and and really talk about hey, each other's lives and how each one of us live and how each one of us interact with Sasquatch in our daily life. You know what I'm saying? And I find that truly amazing. You guys have built a community that I never thought would be like this. We're pretty tight here, and I think this weekend really proved it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, not just people that are in the chat. TJ's very rarely in the chat. And I mean, this dude pulled up, and he didn't know what to expect. He got out of his truck, and his truck sat there for a while until I finally walked up to it, and said, because he parked across the street at the neighbors, like he was scoping the place out first to see what was going on. Finally, he stepped out and introduced himself, and I said, hey, okay, come on back, and we took him on a hunt, and he ran the thermal. We still have to go over that thermal because he said, what did he say? He took like 4 or 5 pictures.
Yeah, he took some pictures of anomalies, I guess you would say.
Yeah,
at this
like
point.
thermal imaging pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we still have to go over that data. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. Look, the one picture of that, here. Where is it? this picture right here, where the lips are circled and everything else, that was captured on the exact same camera that TJ was using. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know we had that until I went through the SD card and was looking, and it's like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Soft white underbelly is the man that interviewed the West Virginia family. Oh, okay. Whoever Ray's Motor Life.
Hey, Ray.
What's going on? Good morning. Hey, Hillbilly Silverman, what's up? And what's going on, Ray's Motor Life? Must be there. You see
Where's your
little
phone?
umbrellas laying around. Yeah, oh yeah. You'd see little umbrellas laying around.
Where's
What's
your
that?
phone?
Huh?
Someone sent you a pic. Where's your phone?
Oh, it's in the room. The picture's in the room. My phone's in my bedroom. Hold on, I'll grab it here. 1 second, you know?
Hey,
All right.
Josh.
Let me get it.
Yes.
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, she even said, that.
All right, let's see what he said.
So is that who he's talking about? That someone interviewed the Whitakers?
Yeah, not really sure.
I'm not sure. All right, hold on. Let's look and see what we got going on here. An image. Somebody sent me something.
Oh, IBS. I haven't seen that.
Where's IBS? IBS, what's up, man? Oh, it says Basquatch. I love that. It's a hat, and it says Basquatch on it.
Oh,
Nice. I love that. That is awesome. He says my new hat I got for my birthday from my daughter. Nice. Nice, dude. I like it. You know? IBS, what's up, buddy? How you been? You know?
Send it.
Ray Motor Life says hi, Dillo.
Should just give it to
What?
Charles so he can put it on the
What is it?
Mr. Randall.
Look, here's how the weekend's been for. Look at Floyd, he's done. Floyd's like, yeah, I'm giving up, man. He's like, thank God it's the weekend and I'm going home. I had enough of you people. You know what I'm saying? But you got to remember, Floyd got here, guys. You know, Floyd got here, you know, Monday. You know what I'm saying? And he spent the whole week here, man. You know.
Sleep till like 4, so
He what?
Yeah.
I didn't get to sleep till like 4.
Plus, he didn't get to sleep until like 4. He just said 4 o'clock this morning. So, you know. So, what else we got? Pedro, what's up? I wish you would have came, Didi. You know. IBS says, why is this different than Bigfoot and beer? What do you mean? Why is it different than Bigfoot and beer? Because it's Bigfoot and coffee. See, beer is spelled B-E. You know.
pinkies up.
Yeah, pinkies up. You know. So you know, yeah. So
Yeah, look at the shirt. Pinky's out.
pinkies out. He's got a shirt. Yeah, Dillo's got the painless shirt on this morning. You know, yeah. So it says, Pedro says, good morning, Dillo and Charles and everyone. Did y'all do a live hunt? Yes, we did. We did a couple live hunts.
Yeah.
This weekend. We did
It's gonna be Bigfoot in the Hangover show.
Bigfoot and Hangover show. Yeah. I feel great. You know, I mean,
I feel good
There's
too.
only,
I feel 100. You know, I'm sure TJ's not feeling that way. I mean, you know, he brought some moonshine too. So Kim brought moonshine. TJ brought some moonshine. You know, I feel good. You know,
banana.
I drank it too.
Banana
I
cream.
still feel good. You know.
What was that? Banana cream?
Oh man,
Yeah,
banana pudding.
yeah.
It was a banana pudding shot made by Smoky Mountain Moonshine. And oh Lord, man.
Charles's new name is Puddin'.
My daughter even had one, and my daughter's like, I have to have those in my life. You know, I was like, yeah, they're pretty good. You know, Billy Meyer says, I've been trying to read Charles's shirt. It says, Jesus said, go fishing. There you go. Yeah. East Tennessee, Trish. What's up? Good morning, Trish.
Mom.
Who?
My mom.
What about her? She's on?
Yep.
Where's Dolly?
Oh, there she
quit.
is.
I didn't see Dolly. Oh, see, you guys are getting them before me in this program, you know? Dolly, good morning. I was just talking about you. Thank you for coming. Gordo, what's up, man? What up? You know, good morning, everyone, Gordo says. Would have loved to have been there. Watched all yesterday. Catching up this morning. Yeah, Denver, Colorado. So Gordo's in Denver right now, guys. But yeah, dude, I think might have had too much fun, you know. But, I mean, I know last night, you know, hunt wasn't, you know, too productive. But the other day when me, Dillo, and Godzilla were out there, and Floyd Randall were out there, you know, and we had Chris with us. We found that print,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and I mean, that's not an area that I know.
Yeah.
Found two of them.
We found two of them, yeah, and that's not an area I know. That's just all of a sudden,
Yeah.
you know, we're walking, we're following a trail.
Following a trail, randomly walking through different parts, no set path, and there it is, right there by the creek.
There it is.
And you would have thought
Is it okay
with
for
the
him?
soybean field being
Yeah.
there, you would have thought they'd been out picking that, eating that, and there was nothing in the soybean field. It was all in the wood.
Yeah.
Wood behind it.
Yeah, it was, you know, I mean, it's pretty eye-opening, you know, when, you know, people find, you know, say, you know, prints, you know, you find them all over. No, you don't. Number one, they're rare. And number two, it really didn't look like that area was really, it didn't look like a home base area to me.
No, it's more like a travel.
Yeah, it was.
Like a corridor, that's what I call them, travel corridors. From one piece of property, they have to travel through to another piece of property.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, you know, I feel that was a travel corridor. It's definitely an area that I'd like to investigate more. Down a little further is where the sighting was, that crappie fishing, a fisherman sighting, where it was drinking water with its hands stretched down, drinking water out of the lake, where me and Dillo did that investigation, okay? We were up a little bit more towards file 118. I'd say we were probably 2 miles from file 118.
Yeah, about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Around
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, so we weren't, you know, too far from file 118. You know what I'm saying? Ray's Mother Life is over here on the Plateau Big South Fork National Forest, Black House Mountains. Okay, you know, he ate already. He just growing fast. Tex says Dillo is a real short one. Guys, we had a lot of fun this weekend, man. I swear to God. Did you guys have fun this weekend?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you
Great
happy
time.
that you came to the meet and greet?
Very
Well
much.
worth the trip, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know. So, I mean, especially Floyd, because he came. Dude.
13 straight hours, man. All the way 800 and some odd miles from Maine.
Yeah. He came from Maine, guys, you know. And he's got to drive back today, so he's like, he's hating life right now, you know. But we had a lot of fun. Me and Floyd got to really bond and know each other. You know, the guy's an amazing individual. I was so lucky to meet him. Happy to meet everybody. We all have, you know, our flaws. I'm sure you guys weren't expecting me to be the way that I am. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, I got a little more of a potty mouth than people think, but yeah,
It surprised me.
it said it did. Well, that's because, yeah, nothing surprises you, Dillo, you know? Have to pan the camera down to catch Dillo. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, we gotta pan the camera down to catch Dillo. That's great, So, guys, we're gonna go ahead and jump off here. Look, I really appreciate, you know, everything you guys do here at Outdoor University. You know, all the comments, you know, all the love, you know, all the support and everything else, and from me and everybody here that's at the meet and greet. TJ's still sleeping. Tim left yesterday to go walleye fishing. Floyd Randall's passed out on the couch. But I want you to know that I appreciate it. And we were talking, behind the scenes. We were talking about having another meet and greet next year, but we're probably not going to do it in the dead heat.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, that was,
My elbows were sweating.
it was pretty brutal. Luckily, we had a big fan that we sat in. We all huddled in front of this monster fan. So, I mean, it was you know what I'm saying? It was fun. So, thanks to Kim Wilson, thanks to Dillo, thanks to Floyd Randall, thanks to Godzilla, thanks to Tim, thanks to TJ, thanks to everybody that showed up. You know what I'm saying? Mama Dillo, all of them, From the bottom of my heart, I'd like to say I really had a lot of fun this weekend. And sorry we didn't get a Bigfoot on film, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
I can't control what these things do, But, with that being said,
There's probably some big feet here.
Huh?
There's probably some big feet here
Be
somewhere.
size 12 right there.
Yeah.
Size 12.
got one right there.
Oh, yeah, the one behind my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys you guys don't know, And, Godzilla was looking at it, and he was like, "You could see toenails, man."
That actually, it truly blew me away. I mean, you don't get to see the detail from this camera view and looking up at it, but when you get here in person and look at it, there is a tremendous amount of detail. But the toenails is what blew me away, because you generally don't see that in print impressions that I've seen. And those stuck out, and they're not manicured. They're not like
No, they're
somebody
like
put 'em-
hanging over,
Yeah.
like they look all gnarly and they're hanging over, and they made an impression. Yeah, it was, that's a pretty amazing print. You guys really don't, know until you really see it. That's the reason why it's hanging there. It's one of my favorites, because it had a real pronounced mid-tarsal break, and the toenails were, amazing on it, So, with that being said, take a kid fishing, guys. Listen, invest in the youth of this country. By doing so, you're actually investing in yourself. Think about it. It's not a hard concept, okay? It's not. Future doctors, future lawmakers, future president of the United States of America, okay? These people are going to run our future. So let's invest in them, let's mentor, and let's teach, okay? Do not let social media and TikTok raise our kids, okay? Or we're all doomed. You understand? Thank a vet, And by the way, with that being said, Godzilla and Dillo, I would personally like to thank both of you, man, for your service. You're looking at two veterans right here. Guys, truly amazing individuals. I am honored to know these people, okay? Thank a vet, the way we treat our veterans in this country. Not cool, you know what I'm saying? You bring it in the woods, water, leave with it, man. Don't litter. It's not that hard. Just, you took 5 minutes to throw it down, take 5 minutes to pick it up.
How much did we see this weekend, too?
Yeah. The litter that we seen in the woods,
Mhm.
it's truly amazing. And now people wonder why I speak this and why I say these things and why does it really truly matter? Because it does. I live in the outdoors. And you can ask these guys, they see my lifestyle. I live in the outdoors.
Yep.
I eat what I catch and kill. You know what I'm saying? I live in the outdoors. So I don't come to your house and throw, stuff on your floor. Please, don't do it to mine, man. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. Put down the Xbox, pick up a tackle box. I'm Charles Mills with Outdoor University. 216-632-9385. Guys, depression is real. It affects a lot of Americans, especially males. Listen, man, don't be too proud, to reach out and ask for help. Everybody needs it sometime. You understand? Everybody needs it. Okay? 216-632-9385. 9385, and I'm not kidding when I tell you that I will sit and talk to you on the phone. You can ask these people right here. I will sit and talk to you on the phone, and we will get you right and put you back on track, okay? I'm Charles Mills with Outdoor University, and I'll see you all in the great outdoors.